What's up, y'all? It's Emile Ennis Jr. back here with Clevver News, and Forbes just released a list of the highest earning TikTok stars. And warning, you're about to feel really poor compared to these teenagers. I know I do. And interestingly enough, while Charli DAmelio may have the most TikTok followers, she isn't the TikToker making the most money off the app. Mind you, many of these TikTokers who are on top of the Forbes list have only been actively posting on the app for around a year. And now a few of them are multi-millionaires. It's crazy how much can change literally overnight. These TikTokers went from going to high school or college and posting videos from their bedrooms to having their own makeup lines, dropping hit songs, and even hanging with the Kardashians. Speaking of hanging with the Kardashians, according to Forbes, our girl Addison Rae is the #1 top earning TikToker in the business. Forbes estimated that Addison made over $5 million over this past year on TikTok. While it may seem like Addison Rae is a household name at this point, she actually only uploaded her first TikTok in July 2019. She was a freshman at LSU when her TikTok took off, and she ended up dropping out of school and moving to LA to pursue her career as a full-time influencer. At first, her deals were similar to what many influencers get, like branded merchandise and sponsored posts, but over the past few months, Addison became the main global spokesperson for American Eagle, launched an exclusive podcast with Spotify, and created her own makeup line called Item Beauty. So all of this supposedly added up to $5 million worth of earnings over the past year, making her the highest earning TikTok star right now. Not far behind is the queen of TikTok herself, 16-year-old Charli DAmelio. Charli also joined TikTok last summer, posting her first video in June of 2019, and just over a year later, she's earned $4 million. Though after this Forbes article came out, Charli didn't seem thrilled about it, tweeting, quote, "Why do people think they know how much money I make? I don't even know." Regardless of exactly how much money she makes from her brand deals and partnerships, it seems like it's a lot. As Charli's career launched, her dancing videos caught the attention of BB Rexa, who invited Charli to join her in the opening for the Jonas Brothers on tour, and honestly, the rest was history from there. Charli moved from her hometown in Connecticut to Los Angeles, and she's made appearances on The Tonight Show, attended Paris Fashion Week, and even appeared in a Super Bowl commercial for Sabra Hummus. And more deals started flowing in for Charli as she shot to fame. Most recently, she and her sister Dixie became the faces of Morphe's new sub-brand, Morphe 2. And speaking of Dixie, she actually came in at third on this list, earning $2.9 million over the past year. And while Charli and Dixie have done a lot of deals together like Morphe, Hollister, and Arosa Beauty, Dixie has had a lot of success on her own too. She released her first single, Be Happy, back in June, and it has accumulated 61 million streams. And when she dropped the video, it trended at #1 on YouTube, beating out a Kanye West Travis Scott music video that was released on the same day. So clearly the DAmelio sisters are killing the TikTok game. But there was another TikToker who reigned queen of the app long before Charli, Dixie, and Addison showed up. 18-year-old Lauren Gray came in at #4 on the Forbes list, earning $2.6 million over the past year. She had the most followers on the platform for a long time before some of the newer faces showed up, but it doesn't seem to have impacted her income. Lauren has had sponsored TikTok deals with companies like Skechers, Hyundai, and Burger King, and now her primary focus is her new Revlon deal, which entails creating content for the company's TikTok account and Revlon sponsored posts for her own account. And like Dixie, Lauren is also focused on her music. Back in 2018, she got a deal with Virgin Records and has since released 8 singles. So even if TikTok does end up getting banned, it seems like Lauren has invested in plenty of other projects outside the app. And before we get into who's next on this list, I just wanted to circle back with y'all and make sure you're okay. Can I get a wellness check down in the comments? Because I'm right there with you.
Help me, I'm poor.
Next up on the Forbes list is 18-year-old Josh Richards, whose TikTok career helped him earn around $1.5 million last year. And fans are taking to Twitter to share their thoughts on the millions that these TikTokers are raking in. One person tweeted about Charli saying, quote, "She makes $25,000 per TikTok post. She makes more in one day than I make in a year." Another fan wanted in on the coin and wrote, "Me on my way to becoming a TikTok star and ending careers." And this person tweeted about all the TikTokers on the list saying, quote, "You may not like them, but they get in that bag." But there were a lot of people pointing out that there wasn't much diversity on the Forbes list. Like this person who wrote, "Since y'all are talking about Charli DAmelio and Addison Rae's earnings, why are there no black creators on this Forbes list when most of the dances, slang, and content comes from the black community?" And there were many others who shared similar sentiments about the list being mainly white creators, while there are tons of successful black creators on TikTok like Tabitha Brown, James Henry, Drea Knows Best, and so many more. So while Forbes may have not included everyone they should have, it's clear these TikTok kids are making a ton of money for posting on the platform. And if you want to know what many of these influencers had to say about the potential TikTok ban, click right over here for another Clevver News video, and then let me know your thoughts on Forbes' list down in the comment section below. I'm your host, Emile Ennis Jr. You can find me at Emile Ennis Jr., and I'll see you soon right back here on Clevver News. Bye, guys.